All right, everything's lined up. We're good.
So we good. We good. We
Yeah.
good.
So I'm practicing doing it the way that is more optimal and looking at the camera. It's tough, but I'm acting like I'm on the phone with you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
You
Yeah.
keep doing that.
Yeah. I'm just acting like I'm on the phone with you. But
Yeah. Okay.
in other news, what's up? Did you catch that game last night?
I was in and out of it. I watched it mainly because you said you would take Geno Smith over Jalen Hurts. So I
Oh,
wanted to see, what he was going to look like so I can decide, like, is he better? Is he not? I mean, he looked all right. I don't know if I would necessarily go running to trade Geno Smith for Jalen Hurts. I'm not going to say that.
you got a good point. You got a
He threw
good
a
point.
couple nice balls, but pause. But overall, all in all, I think as a package, as a quarterback now, I think our guy is. You know what? You know what? You know what it is? Because if you take Geno Smith over Jalen Hurts, it's almost like making like a lateral move. Like the lateral move might have a few differences, but it's not greatly better than what you had previously.
Yeah.
So for that fact, I would keep Jalen Hurts over Geno Smith.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Now, Jalen Hurts over the quarterback for the other team.
Brock Purdy.
Yes, sir.
I have an issue. Like I like guys that can get the ball to the receivers fast.
Okay.
And these guys,
So
except for Geno Smith to me has a torpedo of an arm.
he does.
But Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts' arm just seem like normal arms. And Brock Purdy, I say one thing Brock Purdy might do that I think he does better is see the field better than Jalen Hurts.
He makes good decisions with the ball.
Right. So he does that. And
I don't know.
that's the one thing he does. I think, I think that's really good.
I don't know if that's scheme or if it's quarterback, but either way, it looks good. It's working really well. Um,
So it's probably a little of both. It's probably a little
I
of both.
think he's well coached over there. I think that's also part of the biggest part. I think he's well coached over in San Fran. I don't know if we can say the same thing about Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia right now.
I don't even know. I don't know what they're asking him to do, but all I know is that offense looked a lot better with Dak Prescott orchestrating it when they had the same offensive coordinator. It looked a lot better. So,
Oh, come on. Like, I don't.
it's only been 4 games, but it looked a lot better.
Yeah.
We're
And
gonna
we only
see.
had one. It's only been 4 games. We've only had one full game with AJ Brown. Then the next game, I think what Smitty goes out. So like, listen, this game right here should be a get right game. You feel what I'm saying? Like technically, if this was boxing, the Browns would be what they call a tomato can. You dig what I'm saying? Like the Browns would be a tomato can right now. You're expected to win, and you're expected to win in splashy fashion.
Is it a home game or away game?
It's a home game.
And for you, okay, it's a home game. We're gonna be home, right?
Yeah. Browns at Eagles. We're home. 1:00 Sunday.
Okay, Browns or Eagles home 1:00 Sunday. This is our only chance. Like I could argue, this is our only chance to play a team that we would consider severely inferior to us. And I think this is the chance for us to show how bad we really are. And
Yes.
it's going to be closer than
Yes.
you can imagine. And we might even lose the game.
That's why I was going to call you earlier, but I knew we was going to hop on, and I'm like, wait,
Right.
because I'm like, they were talking all this. First they were talking about linebackers, and Jeremiah Trotter might get a couple snaps, and
Jeremiah Trotter Jr.?
yeah,
Woo.
that's what they was expecting. So they're talking about Slay, they're talking about Cooper DeJean. Yep, you know what? Back up. They're talking about Quinyon Mitchell, bro. I don't know if he's been good, as good as they're saying, or is the ball just going his way? Like, what do you think about that? Like, is he as locked down as they say he has been?
Well, what are the opportunities he had? I didn't really see too many guys beat him. I seen the one play where he got beaten. The guy dropped the ball. Raheed,
Correct.
whatever the
The one in
kid,
the end zone?
yeah, kid for the Saints. I saw that one play, but his speed is what helped him catch up and made it really difficult, probably for the person to catch the ball. Had he not been there a split second later, the guy might have had enough confidence to actually catch the ball. But I haven't seen anything where I'm like, suspect.
Okay.
Not yet, but I haven't seen anything either that wowed me. Like, whoa, okay, this is the guy. Yeah, so I haven't seen anything like that.
He hasn't grabbed any of those interceptions of those deflections he's been causing.
Right.
I mean, he's been jumping a couple of nice routes and catching a couple of deflections. I guess if any one of those had turned into a pick, then maybe it'll be a little more definitive. Like, yeah, he's out there balling.
Like I said, this is a game that I think is very important because it's the first time in a while we're playing a team where they're supposed to be severely inferior. And I think we're going to really see, this is a great litmus test to see where we really are as a football team. If we're going to play a team that's supposed to be not that good, that has a good defense, though. They're
Yes,
supposed to have a good
say that.
defense, but they're not supposed to be a good team. And let's see how we fare against them.
Well, when it comes to passing and quarterbacks, people shred us up because of the style of defense we play. So, they also so look. I mean, we're benching. I think we're benching Avonte Maddox in place of Cooper DeJean. So that's also part of like, I don't know. It could potentially lose this game. I mean, when you have rookies out there, you're gonna have to pay the cost of having rookies on the field. That's gonna be blown plays, getting beat 5 touchdowns and catches. So that makes me a little leery. They got a good receiver over there. Don't they got is it Amari Cooper over there?
Yeah, Amari Cooper's over there.
See, legitimate.
Yeah, he's a good receiver. He's a professional wide receiver.
Yes, and I mean, all it takes is the quarterback to get him the ball, and the style of defense we play, I don't think we're gonna make that difficult. Is what I'm trying to say. Like,
right, the bend don't break type of defense. Right.
Yeah, that makes me leery. That gives us a lot of opportunity to lose.
Deshaun Watson, I think, has been getting sacked like 5 times a game.
If we're getting no sacks.
If we're not able to get to Deshaun Watson, then that's going to show like how good or how bad our defensive line is. Because we're supposed to have a really good defensive line, but they haven't showed up. And this is a really good test for him to go against. Like I said, every time I see Deshaun Watson, as bad as he's been playing, every time I see Deshaun Watson, he's under duress. So
Correct.
If he's not under duress this game, that shows, like I said, this is a chance for us to actually play a team that's supposed to be beatable big time for us. And if it's close or if we lose, there will be changes because this shows exactly where we are.
Bro, listen, let me tell you what to expect. First of all, over under 3 sacks.
Mind you, he's been getting sacked, I believe, like 5 times a game.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Over under 3 for us.
I'll have us at 3 sacks.
Okay, I'm gonna take the under. I'm gonna take the under.
Yeah. That's gonna be show. Then that guy Bryce Huff was a waste. Yeah, it was a waste. Meaning as far as a full-time player.
I mean, he's a waste as a positional player. He has given us 0.
Right, but I'm saying another team will find him serviceable, but possibly not as a full-time player. Back to what he was doing with the Jets. You know
what?
Spot play.
What's weird is, okay, if that's the case, then maybe you would have had a half of the production. You have 0 production. So it's not even like you're getting a tired issue. You can't perform the entire game issue. You're not performing none of the time you're out there.
Well,
so even if we'd have brought you out there for a seasonal time, like, what does that think you were going to be productive then?
Well, it makes sense. You were only a spot player when you were successful. You never had the chance to put in those extra reps and do the other things that you had to do. You were one-trick pony. Now I'm asking you to do other things all the time, and you're going to be down there playing more downs. Yeah, This is not what I do. He'll work out for somebody else that's going to use him the same way or a similar way that the Jets did, where it's only spot play. He's not going to be a full-time player because he doesn't have a versatility with the moves. Every time I see him, he's just getting stood up.
Man, he's letting running backs block him. He's terrible, bro.
I'm
over him.
I'm over him. Speaking of defensive linemen, right? What about Myles Garrett on the other side? If Jalen Hurts holds the ball, I think he holds the ball one of the longest in the league.
I think he's like top 5. He might be like top 5.
If he does that against Myles Garrett, somebody who likes to hunt quarterbacks, that's not going to be a good look at all. But I don't think he has to do that, having A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith being healthy, as well as Dallas Goedert. I could see, obviously, the potential is going to be there for him to get the ball out quick. But I would find it really interesting if their defense can adjust to the quick throw and make him hold it a little longer. What would happen?
It's just I'm just trying to figure it out because you're being overly optimistic. Being a little overly optimistic, just because what we've seen thus far does not lend credence to us believing that it's all going to look different tomorrow. It should look different based off the talent on the team, but based off the way we've looked the past several games, I don't know. I'm trying to taper my expectations at this point.
And crazy thing is, this is a perfect game because you have a team who's struggling on offense, but they do have an identity on defense.
Correct.
So, and here we are, we're struggling on both sides, and we're just going off of past, like 2 years, how good we were 2 years ago, technically. That's what we're still living off of, and we're not that team anymore. No. And we have to realize that. So I see it. So I have fun seeing it and seeing it unfold, and then watching people like think like yourself be like, yo, I thought we was better than that. I'm like, bro, no, we're not.
I think we are. We just I don't know. I don't know why we haven't figured it out. Somebody's not being honest with somebody in that.
There's no leadership. There's no leadership. There's no identity of the team. And you have a quarterback that needs to have everything around him work, which he does. And it's just not working. He needs to be coached up the right way. There's the reason why Kellen Moore is not a head coach and he's an offensive coordinator. Jalen Hurts needs to be coached big time. He can't outplay bad coaching or decent coaching or limited coaching. He's not that guy.
I don't know. It's because it's the things that's going wrong is clearly obvious to see. But it was clearly obvious to see last year, and those adjustments were never made. So it's I'm putting it on leadership, bro. I'm putting it on coaching. I'm blaming Sirianni, bro. I'm not even blaming Jalen Hurts. I'm not blaming none of the players. I'm blaming all Sirianni because we're seeing the same thing that we saw last year, meaning last year it was more so of the predictability of the offense and like, hey, we're not going to make any changes. There's no hot routes. We're not going to add these hot routes. Those things were obvious. This year is more so of the inefficiency of the offense and the lack of production. And we can clearly see part of the problem is like, all right, your quarterback is not doing well with these things. So why don't we do something that works well for him? So the fact that we can't make those adjustments, bro, I'm blaming the head coach.
Here's the thing. You're blaming Sirianni, right? But what did Sirianni do to prove that he can be a great head coach prior to being a head coach? Like, what was his thing prior to being a head coach? I believe he was in Indy. No, I forgot where he came from. Did he come? I think he came from the Colts. I feel like he came from the Colts.
He did.
With what's the guy? Frank Reich.
Frank Reich. Yeah.
Was it with Frank Reich or something like that? Well, wherever he came from, I didn't see head coach qualities. Even just from the eye test, the optics showed like his first interview was terrible, right? And the optics showed, so we seen it from a long time ago.
That's not nice because first of all, as the Eagles, we're really big on, catching that new, fresh, young head coach. You dig what I'm saying? Same thing like we did with Doug Peterson. Like that's within the realm of what we do. That's the first thing. Second thing, as far as look like a head coach, you can't say that. Okay. What do you think of the head coach for Miami Dolphins?
I was happy he was going to say that. I think he's a front runner. I don't like the look of him at all.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't like the look of him at all. I feel like he's an offensive guy only. Like a head coach needs to be able to control everything.
He can't. No, that's not how it works. Usually your head coach is offensive dominant, and then your defensive coach usually runs the defense. He's the defensive head coach, basically.
What I mean by that is have his handprint in everything on both sides. Just a little bit.
Understood.
Just a little bit. That's all. But mostly be an offensive guy. That's for me. Because you have a couple of coaches who are defensive oriented. They last long, but when they don't last, it's quick. Like Robert Saleh just got fired from the Jets. He's a defensive guy. You got Lamar Jackson's coach. He's a defensive guy. He's been there for a long time.
Tampa Bay.
Mike Tomlin, defensive guy, been there for a long time. Tampa Bay's coach, he hasn't been there for a long time as a head coach, but he's been there for a while. Was he the coach with the Super Bowl? No, that was Bruce Arians. So like Todd Bowles has been there for a while, but he's a defensive minded guy.
So what is Nick Sirianni's special ability?
He would be, they call him a CEO type coach. So he's a guy that galvanizes and get all the coaches together and comes up with the last and final decision, pretty much.
I don't think that gives enough aura. Meaning, like, when you are an offensive guru or offensive-minded head coach, you give your offense like a +5 aura bonus. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
When you're a CEO head coach, you only give everybody a +1 bonus. Like, you don't bring enough to the table in any specific area to greatly affect any one area. That's the problem with the CEO head coach.
And then, know what he does too? When it's time to call timeouts, when it's time to kick field goals, he misses out on things like that.
And that's supposed to be part of his special ability, situational awareness. Because Nick Sirianni's big on that situational awareness. That's all he talks about.
Well, he should be aware. He should be aware that the team is not playing good, and at that time, you should probably just take field goals.
Well, I mean, I just saw an interview, Jalen Hurts, and he alluded to him and Nick Sirianni during this bye week, and said they came together, did a kumbaya, and Jalen Hurts said it was one of the most productive bye weeks he's had in a long time. So maybe that was a good honest, like, hey, Jalen, bro, you fucking up, bro. Like, you can't be throwing these interceptions. You wilding. And he probably was like, hey, Nick, you ain't even calling a good game. You fucking up over there. You going for on 4th down when she be getting the 3 points. I mean, maybe they had a honest, back and forth discussion like that, and we'll see those changes this Sunday.
Like I said, we'll see a couple of splash plays from A.J. Brown, and then he'll disappear. And we'll probably see a couple of things from Devontae, and he'll disappear. But the biggest thing, hopefully they don't stop Saquon Barkley. That's one thing I can't sit here and hate on, or because right now people probably think I'm throwing shade on Jalen Hurts all the time. One thing I can't throw shade on is the running game and Saquon Barkley. That dude is awesome, and he still has the spryness that I was looking for, especially after that long run in New Orleans. I'm like, yeah, this guy's for real. That's going to help us out. That's going to help us out. I will say that.
Only if we use him, though. It seems like we, for some reason, we'll go away from him and then come back. He's one of the guys. You just got to keep giving him the rock, bro. Just keep giving it to him.
Yeah, I think the deal is you want to keep giving it to him, but we're probably not built that way. Maybe on the other side of the football. Because I get what you're saying. Like, play keep away ball, keep running the ball with Saquon Barkley.
No, I'm not even saying playing keep away. I mean, bro, he's going for 2-2-15, 3-2-45. You dig what I'm saying? 6-2-8-9, 64 yards. Like, he's not. We're not controlling the clock. Like every run of his is a potential game breaker. You dig what I'm saying? Like, right. I'm not even trying to play keep away.
So how many carries do you want to give him for the year? 500? Because with the way you're talking about is right now he's on pace to have like 400 carries. So works. At some 400, that's too many carries. We're gonna run him through the ground.
That's what you pay him for.
Oh man, that's nuts.
He's a workhorse back. He's a 3-down back, and again,
so hand it off to him all 3 downs, for first down, second down, every single first down and second down.
First down, Saquon Barkley, it's coming. Y'all know it's coming. Stop it! I dare you. Usually, that's now we at 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4. Even Even 2nd and 6 is a little more manageable off that giving it to Saquon first down.
Yeah, but those are best case scenarios, because with that scenario, if he's going to get that many yards every down, I might as well hand it off to him every single
Exactly.
time.
That's my fucking point.
Right, but it
Give
doesn't
him
work
the
that
rock.
way. It doesn't work that way. He's a home run hitter.
It does with Saquon. It does with Saquon.
No, he's
We
a
have
home run
really
hitter.
good-
You said it yourself. He'll get you 2 yards, and then
9
sometime
yards,
he'll get you no
9
yards.
yards. But if we look at his runs, bro, he's been getting 9 yards a carry here, 6 yards a carry there.
No, he's been
just
playing
throughout the
excellent.
offense.
He's playing
this is-
excellent.
So based off the way he's been playing, you ride that horse. Like you give him the ball more. Like, it's crazy because I'm giving him the ball more, but not giving him the ball more. Give him the ball more. I don't know. Maybe in the better situations, because he get the ball. We're not doing 45 running plays. It might be only 13, because one of those plays was like a 40-yard run, 60-yard run.
Right, I get what you're saying, but you're assuming that he's going to be doing that every single game.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, because I'm about to say, if that's the case, he's going to have 2,000 yards rushing.
This is what I'm saying, bro. I
Right.
said he's going to break the rushing record this year. Like, give him the rock, bro, and he'll produce.
Oh man,
With our offensive line, our offensive line is going to give him like 2 yards from
the problem is with that. Look how much we pay A.J. Brown. We're not just playing A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith just to sit there and watch them hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley all the time.
They're going to get paid regardless. We're winning. You guys are going to get paid regardless. Where you going next year? You're not going nowhere. Who you auditioning for? You're not going any fucking where. You're here next year anyway. So we're winning. You're still getting your oogobs of money. And then eventually, teams are going to have to make mass adjustments in order to compensate for how Saquon is eating them up. And then you know who starts to eat off to that? Like our 2 prime wide receivers on each side.
But check this out.
Stop throwing to open up the run and run to open up the pass.
Well, that checks out. That's similar to what Tampa Bay did to us then. Blitz the hell out of Jalen Hurts on the way while we're blitzing, we could stop the run at the same time. And now Jalen Hurts has to throw into tight man coverage.
But he didn't have any receivers to throw, so we can't bless. We can't.
Nice.
We can't. That's not a good sample size. I mean, look who he's throwing to. He didn't even have who's our punter? I mean, our punt returner. Covey. He didn't even have Covey. He didn't have Britton Covey out there.
Well, check this out. Based off the way Todd Bowles played him, he played him the same exact way he played him in the playoffs.
He did,
and he didn't have A.J. Brown in the playoffs too. That game too. So I got to think about that. He did.
Out A.J. scared of Todd Bowles.
No, I doubt it. But A.J. is a one-trick pony having Jalen Hurts as his quarterback, because the slant routes is one thing, the deep passes, it's just I find it weird that
AJ
you
runs
need
the whole route tree, bro. Stop it, bro.
No, AJ does, but can Jalen throw it to him?
That whole route tree, yeah. Don't do that, bro.
I want to see how many of his catches weren't slants or just go routes.
Hey, bro, don't do that. I think what you're trying to say, but don't do that. He hits him on in the entire route tree, but I also think that's more of the play design of where the ball's supposed to go.
Hey man, I said, this gonna be a good one.
Sirianni, he's the only common denominator, bro. He's the only common denominator.
Well, how do you blame Nick?
I don't know, but I am.
You got to blame the organization. The Eagles, how they pick coaches. Remember, people were talking about that before. Jeffrey Lurie want to have his hands on his little toy. He want to have his hands on his toy, and he wants to,
Bro. You got it. You sitting. What are you telling me? You sitting home playing a video game? You trying to give up your that controller number 1?
No.
You see Jerry Jones, and the shit. Wild shit he be doing. So like, we're not that bad. But hey, this is still my toy, and I still want to. I mean, I don't. Can I please put the batteries in there? Can I put the little action figure in? Can I put his little axe in his hand or something like that?
And the crazy thing is,
toy.
They were successful. They were successful with the Super Bowl, and sometimes success makes you think that you did something the right way because you just happened to succeed and
We did,
win the one
because we
game.
went back in 2022. We went back in 2022. So based off that, the formula does work. Because look at all the other teams that's not even making it to the Super Bowl. We won one. We went to another one recently. Look at all the teams that's not. So obviously, the formula can work and has worked.
With the best team in football. Those other teams weren't as good as they are now. Remember, all of those other teams came up and they've gotten better and they caught up.
I don't. I don't.
And
I don't. I don't want
we're
to
the
talk about
ones
that.
that's look in the rear view now.
Don't do that, because on paper, our team looks really good, but for some reason on the field, we're having issues.
Quarterback.
And that's why I'm saying I'm blaming the head coach. Look at you, keep trying to get rid of our quarterback. He ain't going
No,
nowhere.
I'm not trying to get rid of the quarterback. I'm just saying the deficiency starts with him. And to your
No.
point, if we had a better coach around him, an offensive minded coach that knows offense, I think he'll be better off with instead of having a
Yes.
CEO type of coach.
Yes. I don't agree. I mean, I don't disagree. If we had a better coach who was a little more offensive intelligent, our quarterback would definitely look a lot better.
Or disintelligent, period, when it comes to the game. And that'd be somebody like Bill Belichick. Just basically tell Jalen Hurts, like, oh, yeah,
that
that's
sucking guy.
or that throw right there is not a throw that you're comfortable with. I can clearly see that. So I'm not going to put you in a position to make that throw, to have to make that throw. We're going to work around your inefficiencies or deficiencies or things that you can't do.
But it's the first part of that conversation. Hey, yo, I see you can't make that throw, so I'm gonna help you out, and I'm not gonna put you in that situation,
Right.
Because that's not how that conversation gonna go first. It's not gonna go, you're having a hard time. No, I see you can't make that throw. You're not able to do that, so we're not gonna ask you to do that.
It might be so bad for him. And like in his mind, he's saying, it's not even that. I see that you don't have enough confidence to make the throws fast enough. And that's what's really holding you back from making the throws.
But we also have to take into account, because I want to be fair. You also asking him. He is now reading calling the protection, which he hasn't had to do before. So in his defense, he's doing that on the fly and learning and running a new offense on the fly. So everything is probably a few seconds slower, and it takes him a little bit longer to process what he's seeing as he's trying to call protection. So I do want to say that, because that can't be easy when you haven't had to do it before. Whether you're good at it or not, you haven't had to do it before, but now you are. So it definitely takes a few seconds off your speed.
Right. And if you aren't capable of doing it because you've
Nobody
had.
said that.
No, I'm saying if you're not capable of doing it, when do we find this out? And what do we do when we do find it out?
Well, here's the sucky part is, we should know by midseason. We should definitely know by midseason. I mean, we're at a point. I mean, I will say you are professional. The expectations are high. You're making a shit ton of money. With all these new things being thrown at you, you are expected to adapt and perform. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not high school. It's not Pop Warner. You can't keep giving participation trophies and attaboys,
Right.
because what I mean, you're having a tough day. No, bro. No. I'm gonna give you till midseason. What I tell you, about game eight, I'm all in. Game eight, I think that's a large enough sample size, because it's not changing by game eight. Game eight, I'm all in. Either it's working or it's not. I mean, you are who you are by game eight, bro.
Why is it game 8 and not this week Sunday against the Cleveland Browns? This is what I'm not understanding. A team that we should beat according to the narrative that's trying to be created, according to the consensus, everybody else but me, pretty much. According to everybody else but me, we should beat this team because of the situation they're in offensively.
Yeah, but because I want to be definitive, and it's like I don't want it to be any wiggle room or any room for debate on if it is or if it isn't. And I think by week 8, that's enough time to where it removes any doubt or any wiggle room. Any well, this was that, and he's just back in the offense and he's learned. No. By week 8, we played enough football to say, okay, he's had enough time. Sirianni's had enough time. Even Vic Fangio had enough time. Defense still, because all right, fine. We still have Jalen Hurts issue, but our defense still been looking like shit. So I'm not making this decision, you know, just solely based on Jalen Hurts. Like everybody's auditioning to say, maybe this just ain't working, bro. Like it could be literally possible that you have the wrong people in charge.
Right. Now, the defense could look a lot better with an efficient, consistent stud of a pass rusher.
We don't have. Yes.
We don't have at all. You
That's
know,
the
we don't
problem.
have a Hassan Reddick. You know, we don't have what looked like was a trade rumor, but that's probably too good to be true. Max Crosby or Mason Crosby, whatever his name is, the Crosby kid. We don't have one of those.
I saw something that was it was suggesting by the trade deadline trading Darius Slay for a pass rusher. What do you think about that?
I think like what team would want Darius Slay and give up their pass rusher? Why would I do that?
I don't know.
You know, that why would I do that? Why would I give
So
up?
that's only a bonus for us. It's only a win for Eagles. not
If
a win
I'm
for
the other
other
team, let's play the game. If I'm the other team, I'm like, well, you want one of my best pass rushers, or
Give
you
me
want to
second
back up?
best.
Second best
Give me a
pass
second
rusher.
best. Second best pass rusher.
And
Darius Slay not gonna be here next year anyway. We allegedly took his replacements with these young cats.
you know what? Fine. I'll take it. I'm accepting the trade. Yeah, accepted.
You taking it?
Accepted right away. Accepted.
Why you change your mind?
See, look. Now you nervous. Now you're nervous because I'm thinking like this. Okay, you want my second best pass rusher, right?
Yes.
You know, I got a guy that's probably just as good as him, you know, because I know how good he really is. And here you are guessing again, like you guessed for Huff, trying to make up for your mistake with Huff, about to make the same damn mistake. And you're going to give me a corner that's kind of like little over the end of his career right now. I'll take it. I can get a corner, my young guys to learn from him. I'll take the trade. No problem. No problem. I'm basically giving you a whole nother Bryce Huff. Yeah, we want a solid guy. No solid guy is going to go for Darius
We're
Slay.
not getting nobody's best pass rusher for Darius Slay.
No.
We it has to be their second best, and hopefully their second best has the potential. Bro, their second best will probably be better than anybody we have right now.
We thought that with Huff. I don't like that idea. I want to get it worked with Hassan Reddick because he was already established.
Okay.
He's had 10 plus sacks in his career for all the years he played. So,
There's
you
no
know,
more of those around right there laying around.
right. So we missed the boat with Hassan Reddick. He's still not playing right now. So that's
No, he's
interesting
still holding
there.
out.
But the funny thing is about the Hassan Reddick thing, right? As good as he is, and as good as he was for us, during the Super Bowl, he was stymied every time.
No show. A no show.
Every time. So his height and his lack of size caught up with him in the most important game.
Touche. Maybe we're romanticizing
Right.
His performance in time in Philly.
Right. I think so. I think
he
so
had that
too.
one year. He had that one good year, which everyone had. And outside of that, it's been meh. It's been meh.
Did you see how dominant, like in a little snippet of the game that you were able to watch when it came into Seattle and the who they play? I forgot who they played, but they played San Francisco. Yeah. Did you see how the pass rusher on their end, Nick Bosa, how they had to accommodate for him every single time?
He's a different breed, though.
I
That's
know.
like saying, hey, you see how they adjust for Troy Polamalu out there in the secondary? Like, bro, yeah. I mean, yeah, when you have those kind of cats in those positions.
But that's how our defense is built. Our defense is built so we can have 4 rush.
True. That is fact.
You know, and if you want to have 4 rush, they got to be 4 people who can rush.
So,
and then, like, what you're going to do is, right, you'll trade Darius Slay for the second best guy on a team that has, like, a Nick Bosa, right? And what happens is the reason why that second best guy could be good is because Nick Bosa demands so much attention.
Fact.
So now you get that second best guy to come on our team.
And truly like the 4th best guy.
Right.
Good point.
Right.
Good point.
Nick Bosa's so
Nick
damn
Bosa's
good.
taking all the attention on
Yeah.
the other side of the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get a one-on-one, and they're kind of going to let you slide through so they can slide protection his way.
Right.
Fair
I'd rather
game.
get a
Fair
world
game.
beater. Get a world beater.
There is no world beaters. There's no world beaters.
The
We're gonna
Raiders
have to-
might be having a garage sale, so they have a pass rush over there, the Crosby kid.
If that's the case, then yeah, let's go for it. Because I mean, this time next year, into the season, a lot of those cats just got to go, bro. They got to go. We get no. So are we willing to say Jalen Carter and Davis? Are we willing to say they're? Are we willing to put them a bust tag on that, or is it too early to make that decision? Do we have to give them the week 8 too? Are we willing to give them the week 8 before we put a bust tag on that?
Wow. You know, when they said how good Jalen Carter was and they compared him to Aaron Donald, I think that was my biggest issue. You heard?
Say it again.
When they compared him to Aaron Donald, I guess that was my biggest issue because I know how good he is. It's just like I wasn't seeing that type of dominance. Like I know he's that.
No.
I wasn't seeing that type of dominance. I wasn't seeing the sack numbers and none of those things. So to your point, you know, one could argue, you know, and you disappear during games at times. You know, you're there with your same Georgia teammates, and you guys just still, you know, we got people run on us all day long. Yeah, we don't see anything really, man.
Diddly squat, bro.
I think that has to do with the coaching, man. The coaching.
Milton Williams is the best defensive tackle we have up there.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then they say the best person at putting pressure on a quarterback is Graham.
Look at that. Yes, Graham is outperforming all of them.
Come on, man.
He said he playing so well. He said, "Yo, I'm coming back for another year."
Graham is our age. Come on,
Hey,
bro.
I can go out there and do it, bro. I can go out there and do it right now.
Right. How did Kevin Hart say they want somebody that could run a 40, not somebody that is 40?
Feel like you can do it.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, all right, fair. Yeah, our defense sucks. Our offense sucks. Our quarterback sucks. Our head coach sucks. Our GM is doing wild and shit. Not drafting the right players. He's sucking. Is rough. But again, before I give our entire team the bust tag, week 8, bro. I'm gonna have patience. Week 8.
Cool. Hey, let me ask you something.
Yo.
I was looking at something the other day, and I was thinking about the WNBA. And I was like,
Why was you thinking about the WNBA?
because I saw Angel Reese. She was on stage with like a blue bathing suit on
Jesus.
and some Uggs, I guess. You know?
Did it look nice?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was like it was huge sex
Weird
appeal.
combination.
Yeah. You know, you know what? It was like a weird combination. Like she was the tallest person on the stage.
Okay.
It reminded me a little bit of and I say this with all due respect because I think that she's an attractive woman, but it reminded me of the scene in Avatar where the scientists were, I guess they did something to the avatars and the avatars got up and it was like getting pissed and you saw how big they were and how tall they were compared to the humans. Yeah, it gave me those vibes.
Like I kind of remember, and I hope that just for the sake of the audience, when you edit this video, you put up a side by side of which blue.
Bro, the pretty chick played her. Zoe something, I think, right?
Okay, are
Yeah.
you referring to her in her blue avatar state or her human state?
The blue avatar state because of the height.
That's-
Because of the height.
Fine. What I'm asking you is, when you edit the video, please put up a side by side of that part in the film and Angela Reese. That's all I'm asking you.
A side by side.
I would like to see that.
Oh man.
I mean, because I don't remember
But
what she looks like.
it's
I
not-
don't remember what the.
It's just basically it's like she's big, she's tall, she's big. And basically the question is basically, let me go back and ask the question. Let me ask the question because you know what?
Would I
That
do an
part-
avatar? Is what you're asking?
No, I'm not asking that part. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying, are people paying attention to the WNBA now because of the way that they play? Or are they paying attention to the WNBA now because of the way that they dress and everything else besides their play?
If you are lesbian or alphabet community, you might be watching it because of the way they dress and the sex appeal, because 98.7% of them are studs, right? If I'm not mistaken. Isn't that what the stat said?
98.7% of WNBA. Come on, man. That's like, it's bullshit. That doesn't. I don't think that's true. Put it this way. That doesn't seem like true. But I'm basically asking, man, because it's like I see them all. Just like I see with the guys
You
too.
know what? All bullshit aside, I will say, this year I'll probably watch. I don't want to be disingenuous. 'Cause I didn't watch any games, but
Yeah.
I watched more NBA minutes of WNBA clips this year than I've watched in a lifetime. And every clip was, I mean, again, they did really good marketing for those bras this year. So every clip was either Angela Reese, Caitlin Clark, or some beefing about two chicks who's married on opposite teams playing against each other. But mostly
Right.
Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese.
Right.
And a little bit of like housewife dramas with the WNBA.
Okay. I just wanted to see, like,
how much WNBA are you watching?
if there's something that's trendy and I want to do content, I'll check it out, do some research.
Okay.
But it can't keep my interest. Neither does NBA keep my interest other than playoffs.
Not like it used to.
Yeah, but the difference is though, I see athletes when I'm watching when I'm watching the NBA, there's a big time potential to watch somebody go off and it looks amazing. Like, wow, look at this guy right here. And I'm pretty sure somebody could say the same thing could happen with the WNBA, but I just like to see men like play sports.
Fair game.
Yeah. I like watching women's UFC.
Anything else other than
UFC.
WNBA?
I can watch UFC. Them beat the shit out of each other. That's cool. I can watch that.
Women's polo tennis, women's backgammon, women's regular tennis,
Volleyball.
soccer, women's volleyball.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Badminton.
Women's baseball.
Women's softball. Is
Softball?
hella interesting.
Yeah.
Everything except the WNBA. I don't know what it is about that, bro. It's a horrible problem.
You know the crazy thing is, it's a stigma because it's really not that bad.
It's not interesting to watch though. Not from beginning to end.
Not when you're comparing it to football. We're comparing it to football.
But again, I have to compare entertainment. I want to be entertained.
Okay.
Like, yes, it's a WNBA. Yes, it's a professional sports league, but it's also entertainment.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I'm not going to watch it over football. But again, I would still watch 97 other professional women's sports than the WNBA.
If they had 97 other Angela Reese in the WNBA, then I think a lot of people be tuning into the WNBA.
You know what? Possibly.
Possibly. Are you kidding me?
If you're not watching it for the game, at least you're watching it for the players.
Well, then we can't even say that because does lingerie football get a lot of attention?
More attention than the WNBA, but
wait. Do we really know that that's a fact? Does lingerie football?
We're gonna have to pull up the stats on that.
Let me see if I can pull up something.
Because
lingerie
think
football.
about this. I think I just figured it out. Who are the number one consumers of sports?
Men.
Okay. And if the WNBA,
I just threw that out there. I didn't know that.
Correct. And if the WNBA is 70% non-heterosexual women, why are the men? What is there to bring the men in to watch the sport?
So what are you saying?
If I want to watch a bunch of dudes play, I'm gonna watch the NBA.
Wow.
Think about it. It sounds effed up. It's like don't kill a messenger. Like don't do that. Like don't do that. I'm just saying. I'm saying what I think what a lot of people are thinking. Let me see.
This is gonna be good to figure out, man. Oh man. Yo, bro. See, I just had to make sure, bro. It says, oh shoot, I think they could read it to us. Check this out.
Yes, The Lingerie Football League, now known as the X League, has historically attracted more attention and viewership than the WNBA, especially in its earlier years. The reasons are largely based on its marketing strategy, which combines the appeal of women in revealing uniforms with the intensity of tackle football. The spectacle of it tends to generate higher curiosity and immediate engagement, particularly among male viewers. The WNBA, while showcasing highly skilled athletes, faces challenges in gaining the same level of mainstream popularity and television ratings. This is due to a variety of factors, including competition from other major sports, the stereotype that women's basketball isn't as entertaining as the men's game, and marketing strategies that haven't always maximized the appeal of the league. However, it's important to note that while lingerie football has had moments of popularity, it's not on the same level as the WNBA in terms of longevity, league size, or sponsorship. The WNBA has corporate partnerships, major network deals, and established teams with loyal fan bases, whereas the X League is smaller and more niche. It's a complex topic, but if you want to dig into it on your podcast, you could explore themes around what makes certain sports leagues profitable or successful, and how sex appeal is used as a marketing tactic.
Yo, we just slipped upon this just now, man. And it all kind of like comes together. This makes sense why it's Angel Reese wears underwear and bathing suits and shows her ass all the time. You know, like I said, they need 97 more. They need 97
Angela
more.
Reese.
Angel, is it Angela Reese or Angel? Angel.
Anthony thought it was Angela. Oh, maybe it was Angel Reese?
I think it's Angel Reese. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but
they need more of her walking around and doing it. So she's doing actually something that's good, because what you said, the XFL has historically attracted more attention and viewership than the WNBA. So if you adopt what makes them popular, which is walking around in sexy lingerie, they actually play in the sex. There it goes. Have the women play in their draws.
No.
Yo, that's going to go viral right there. Have the women play in thongs.
Bro.
WNBA.
It'll be the number one watch sport in history.
Right. Have the women play in thongs.
No, it will not. It's too many. It's too
Or way tighter shorts. Tighter shorts.
Here's the problem. It's too many players in the WNBA that looks like you.
Oh.
You see what I mean? That's why men don't watch it.
So they can't wear those shorts then.
They're not marketable. That's why they're leaning so hard into that. Like, they're not marketable.
So you mean to tell me there's no lesbians in XFL football?
They're not leading with that. Do you hear him talking about it? You don't hear him talking about it.
Well, anyway, would a lesbian want to wear those tight shorts?
Probably not.
So look, you have two different type of shorts. Look, I'm trying to help the WNBA out. Have two different type of shorts. Look, have two different type of shorts. Have the shorts for the women who don't want to, I guess, that I don't even know how to even say
We
this.
don't want to see those, though. That's the problem. We don't want to see the other ones that's walking around with boxers on. Like, you feel what I'm saying? We don't.
That's legitimate. That's legitimate.
And that's the problem. And when you look at the lingerie lead, it might be some women there that prefer boxers, but they're not leading with them, and they're not dominant in the league. You dig what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? Men don't care. Real men don't care. Let them wear the short shorts too.
Obviously,
let them wear the short shorts too. Everybody wears short shorts.
No, obviously we care enough because
the ball is smaller. Their shorts should be smaller.
You know what? Put the women, bro. We sound horrible, bro. We sound horrible because you put them in lingerie, you lower the rim by a foot, it'll be the number one watch sport in the world. Now they're dunking in thongs.
Oh, yo.
Tell me you wouldn't watch that? You wouldn't watch that?
Look, we're going overboard with the thongs. But have on the same type of shorts that Angela Reese had on in the blue stage on stage.
Nah.
Those type of shorts. If all of them wore those shorts, they'll be better. They have it in the XFL.
I don't want to see you.
Is it XFL? No, X League.
I don't want to see you, bro, in booty shorts playing basketball.
Bro, those women don't look like me, man. They look more like women.
I'm out. I'm out. You being disingenuous, but all right, I dig it. I dig it. We gotta be a little nicer.
You know what's crazy? All I see represented from the WNBA right now, all my eyes can pay attention to is the Caitlin Clark because she's so good with the skill wise. And I think she just broke so many records, rookie of the
Correct.
year,
She's
all
doing
those
one-
different things.
Yo,
Yeah.
she's rocking.
And then
rocking.
you see Angel Reese all the time, and she does the best she can to show her butt all the time.
Now the moment Caitlin Clark comes out as gay, it's over.
Wait, you think she's gay?
No. I'm not saying she is. I'm not saying she
Yeah,
is.
she
I'm
doesn't
not
strike
starting
me as
rumors.
that.
I'm just saying hypothetically. She's out. All the men that was following her, that had their image of her in their head, and while they followed her,
Right.
they're no longer watching it. The moment Angela Reese comes out with the girlfriend, people are out.
Whoa, that's a good
the
one.
only reason they can lead with them and people and they're bringing eyes in.
Wow, that's an interesting.
I
point.
guarantee you. Let's play hypotheticals. If you would have had another young lady coming out of college who was part of the LGBT, the alphabet community, and she was more masculine presenting, and she was performing the same way Angela Reese was, the same way Caitlin Clark, I guarantee you it wouldn't be the same fanfare.
That's like Brittany Griner.
There you go. Talented.
Like Brittany Griner, yeah.
She's talented, super talented.
Right.
Great player, but she's not going to get the fanfare that Caitlin Clark or Angela Reese has. Why? She looks more manly presenting.
It's beautiful. There's more than just white privilege. There's beautiful privilege too.
Oh, that's a thing. Absolutely.
That's a thing.
But also, don't forget, again, men is consuming the sport. And, I mean, unfortunately, it's not better presenting than the NBA. So part of the appeal is also the attraction of the young ladies playing. Why do you think men watch softball? It's a great sport, but it's appealing. And for a lot of men, they create, situations in their head of their favorite actress or whatever. You got people who follow actresses, and so when they find out their actress is married, I ain't following her no more. I don't like her anymore. Oh, Angela Jolie's married. Oh, she's not my favorite actress anymore.
Right.
It's a thing.
It's
Like, whether we like it or not.
It's the opposite for men. Like it's just crazy how this thing goes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that, bro. Yeah. No. But yeah, she looks like a blue avatar. Take that how you want it.
Yeah, and I'm saying that in the nicest
I
way.
like the Avatar movie. Yeah,
Right.
I like the Avatar movie.
The Avatar was played by the beautiful chick from the freaking movie with Ashton Kutcher. She wasn't played by somebody that wasn't a looker. I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm just saying her height difference is just like it just like,
I mean, you the one.
I'm a short king. I'm a short king. Look, there you go. I'm a short king.
5'6".
I'm
what are you, like
what?
5'6".
People don't know I'm 5'3.5". So there you go.
And I'm 6'4", so when we walk side by side,
Yeah.
he's under my underarm.
Yeah, you probably would. Yeah.
So
So we already know how that goes. But I identify as a man that's 6'2". I just don't say it to anybody. And it's all about that's what I identify as. So that's the only way I side with that radical left shit. All those radical left bullshit. Yeah, I identify as somebody that's 6'2".
That's funny.
Right. So let's hit on this now.
Hey,
Go.
Go to the one because I think this is just so much funnier. Just a question. So before. Okay. Go to the one that has the cookie on it. I think it's the last one I sent you. Because I think this one might catch you off guard too.
All right. We got 5 minutes for this one.
What, I got to download?
No. 5 minutes at a time before I start it over.
Okay.
We should be able to get it.
And he go, oh, me and my homeboys getting,
Hold on. Yeah, buddy. Here we go. The first time doing this type of stuff in a while. Reacting to the buffoonery. That's what I like to call it. All right, so let's go.
my little cousin just texted me and he was like, I need $15. And I said, for what? Because I want to know what you spending my money on. And he go, "Oh, me and my homeboys getting group ethicas." And I said, "What the fuck is group ethicas?" So I ignored it because I don't even know what group ethicas is. Then I get on TikTok and I see a dude talking about how he got his sons to group ethicas. It was so my little cousin just texted me and he was like,
All right, so here it goes. I guess you're about to tell me now what she's referring to.
So, okay, let's back up a little bit. Let's go all the way back. So my question I asked you earlier before we started recording. I asked you, like, do you will silky boxes, cotton boxes? Do you get your boxes? Can you get your boxes from Amazon? And what did you say? Like, where do you get your boxes from predominantly?
Like Under Armour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't get them from like Former Mills or no shit like that. Like, they're not in Former Mills, are they?
Shit, Foreman Mills, unless it's irregular size or unless it says
Missing some stitches.
unless it says under odor and it doesn't say Under Armour, unless a word is missing, the color's off.
You have a whole butt out on the box.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Okay, fine. And you know what? It could be. I mean, it could be just me. It could be age. It could be. I don't know. But I'm not. Okay, so what she's talking about? I guess those ethical boxes you see a lot of the kids wear nowadays. All right, if you see a dude sagging and they're colorful, is because they're probably ethical. Like they only, hey, I got to pay like I don't know how much those things are. Like $25 a pair, $30 a pair.
Okay.
Like
so these are the name of boxers.
Yeah, those when you see a cat sagging nowadays, and you see with those colorful boxers on and shit like that. That's what those are. Those are ethical boxers.
Okay, what's the point?
The point is, the point of the video is she's saying that there are people out there doing group ethicas. So since they're so expensive, it's like a group of like 4 or 5 dudes. They put money in to buy the boxes, and they share them, bro.
No way.
That's why they're called group ethicas. So that's why I was asking, like, hey, do you wear those ethicas, bro? Like, do you even know what those are?
No, I haven't seen.
Don't look like my thing.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, I just thought it was really funny.
I haven't seen them, and I don't understand sagging.
Nah, not to that point.
Yeah, I don't understand.
The whole
sagging.
bottom of the cheek is out, bro. That's super gay. That's.
Yeah.
Can I say gay? I can say gay, right? Can I say
yeah, you can say gay. You good?
Okay, yeah, that's super gay.
Yeah, nobody going to work. I ain't going to work tomorrow, bro.
Diddy shit.
Huh?
Yeah, that's all Diddy stuff, bro.
Yeah.
The whole butt cheek out, bro. Like, why? Bro?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
And I think it's lame to buy the boxers just so you can show people you have those kind of boxers on. But I think I think it's a thing. Like, I think they plan outfits around those boxers.
You plan outfits around your boxers? Oh, because people are going to see them.
Yeah,
by a mistake.
Yeah.
By a mistake.
No, ain't no by mistake. When they below your bro, they be below the back of the knee fold.
I just want to ask the question. Like, hey man, what's up? Hey yo, I want to do the same thing like you. I think you're a pretty cool dude. So am I supposed to, like, how low am I supposed to keep my pants? Like, how does it go? I want to hear
minimum lowage.
Bro, I used to mess with people like this, bro. And I think I still do. I have people justify things that are completely stupid and act as if I want to hear the answer. I'm like, yo, how do you
explain it?
Yo, I'm like, yo, I like that's dope how you do that with the pants and how the pants is a perfect size. How do you do that? Like, what do you do?
You make them live in it.
Yeah, and then you have them hear him say like, you pulling your pants up too high. It ain't supposed to be.
No, the problem is I think they're gonna feel stupid mid explanation, and then they're gonna realize you coming for them. Now you might have to square up. Now they're gonna realize you coming for them. Because midway it's gonna be like, yeah, I pull them down because I want the other dudes to see my butt.
It's not even. It's the crazy thing
I
is.
want the girls to think I got money because I got on like $30 boxes. Because I can't figure out why.
Hey man, listen.
The easiest explanation is usually the right one.
The crazy thing is, I bet you there's a direct correlation between men who sag and men who
are in the closet, live in Atlanta.
No, this has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with the sexuality thing and being gay or not. But it has to do with the success rate.
I'm quite sure there are successful or well-off people. I mean, again, we have to quantify success. I'm quite sure there's some well-off individuals who sag,
So yeah, get them to
but the
justify it.
percentage are probably low.
Get them to justify, like, hey man, what's up, doctor? Yeah, this just to happen to see you walking around in Whole Foods. Quick question. Why do you sag your pants?
But you won't know he's a doctor because he's not sagging his scrubs.
No, he's not sagging his scrubs. No, that's what I said. I know he's a doctor. Just by this, hypothetically, I know he's a doctor. He's in Whole Foods now on his day off, and his pants are he got to keep constantly pulling his pants up.
Okay, I do you one better. You walk into Whole Foods and you see your physician, or you see your surgeon, and he's walking around with his pants sagging. Are you still comfortable with him being your surgeon or your primary doctor, or that doesn't matter?
Yeah, I'm going to say something real crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about to sound crazy because
Well,
I've been doing. Well, hold on. What's his nationality?
Oh my God, he's Indian.
Okay, I'm fine with it. No problem.
He's black.
Hell no.
That's racist.
No, it's not. It's being smart.
What is the difference?
It's being smart, man.
What is it? Hold on.
I'm about to tell you right now the difference. I'm about to tell you right now.
If he's Indian,
they usually are doctors.
Hold on. But if he's Indian and he's sagging, then obviously he's identifying within the black culture.
No, you know what? The crazy thing I noticed, like, I was looking at it. Okay, you got to take it that way. I got to go that way with it. Because I just figured an Indian was just sagging. Because I just look at sagging like it's this tacky period for whoever does it. But sagging in the black culture way, you're saying? Yeah. So that means he actually has a belt on still.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's sagging with the belt on.
And suspenders.
Oh wow. So I got my Indian doctor's in Whole Foods. I just caught him sagging with his the belt on, like a black person would sag.
On. He got his belt on. He got his Ethica boxes on.
Got his Ethica boxes on.
And he got a pair on retro Jordans.
They're definitely not real, but
they Louis Vuitton. He's a doctor.
Louis Vuitton.
Retro Louis Vuitton Jordans.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'll be pissed off. Like, well, I hope I have to switch doctors. I have to switch doctors because he can't possibly. But you have people who do that all the time.
Do you address that?
You have people who do that all the time. You have people who are very, real smart and what they're smart in, and then you would think that this person is so smart, they should understand, like, you know, this how this works.
So what I'm saying is, does we have to apply that same thing to the cats in our community then?
The reason why I said that before is because more than likely that a doctor is going to be Indian, white, or some other from another country. So I was just thinking, like, okay, if the black doctor did that, this might possibly be a situation where DEI. That's the first thing I was thinking.
Yo, you horrible, bro.
That's the first thing I was thinking. Why would that
be the first place you go?
Look, that's the first thing I was thinking.
Why would that be the first place you go? Why? That didn't even pop in my mind. Like, why would DEI be the first thing in your mind? Why would that have anything to do with the black doctor? Obviously, he was qualified. He passed. He went through college. He did his internship. He did all that immaculate stuff it takes to become a surgeon.
Yeah, and that's where we are. Do we know he was right? I don't know if he was qualified. I'm just going by, like I said, I don't know if he was qualified. This could be, you know, didn't they say they lowered the standards on a lot of things? They lowered the standards on tests.
I don't think they lowered the standards to become a surgeon. I don't think that's one of the standards they lower.
And that's why I said I'd rather go with the people who I usually see as surgeons.
Hey, yo, you terrible.
That's all. That's all I did.
So you mean to tell me you're taking a male surgeon over a female surgeon then? Because most of the time,
all day long. Okay. If I had to pick, all day long.
Okay, me too. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, all day long. It's nothing. Yeah. Hey, bro, that's what the conversation is for anyway, right? That's what the conversation is for anyway. All day long.
So she walked in. Oh, whoa.
No, I didn't say I would do that. Obviously, you know.
If you had a choice, if they asked you, hey, which doctor would you like to see, Susan or Michael? You're like, I'm going to see Michael.
Hold on. What nationality is Michael? What nationality is Michael?
Jones.
Michael Jordan? Michael Jones? Oh, Michael Jones. Damn. I don't know. Hey, do you check this out? I was reading something that's kind of like interesting. And you know, a lot of times black people, they have issues with a lot of different things, could be misinformed.
Correct.
Let me see if I get this right. What I read is that single black mothers raise their kids to be a lot more productive when they can than single white moms. Yeah. One could argue and look at the stats and say that, you know, people got this stuff backwards. People got this backwards. And of course, a single white, and it's not a lot, but a single white dad could raise a child better than a single white mom. But not to the level of a single black mom.
Ooh, okay.
And obviously two parent households do a lot better.
Oh, 2-parent households is dominant.
Right.
Okay, so let me just reiterate. Black mom trumps white mom, single, raising kids.
Yeah.
Black moms, white dads trump white moms, raising
Right.
kids.
Right.
Black moms trump white dads, raising kids.
Right.
And I'm assuming black moms trump black dads raising kids?
They all do.
That statistic.
They all do not as well statistically than a married black couple.
Well, obviously, that's the dominant one. That's
Or
the
they probably
uniform.
could say married white couple too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you have a 2-parent household, you always get the plus bonus.
Right.
When at least most of the time, you get a plus bonus.
Right.
When you have a 2-parent household.
So what? How do we get into this? I like talking about stuff like this.
I don't know. That was mad random.
Yeah.
You just said you was reading something in the back of the Ebony magazine that had a little article in it.
Back in the Ebony magazine. Nah, you know what? I got what I was reading right here. I'm on some other
Those used to
stuff
be
right
dope.
here.
I used to like those.
Social justice fallacies, bro.
Yeah, no. My book got a little more cartoons in it. I ain't going.
No. But you know, I just have fun reading at this stuff about like that's basically dismissing a lot of the things that we were possibly taught via school, maybe sometimes some rhetoric from our parents that is not possibly, but it hasn't necessarily been proven, some of the things. So it's just like,
Okay.
Like I feel basically reading this stuff makes me actually feel more powerful as a black man, you know?
Okay.
Like it makes you feel more powerful. Like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff that we probably believed is just not even it's not even true.
Oh yeah, like I've accepted that a long time ago.
Like a lot of people may feel that racism is still holding them back. And I kind of knew a long time ago, like, yo, and I say it to this day, before I complain about racism holding me back, I have to say, I still say this to this day, like Ronald is very lazy.
You haven't maxed out enough categories to apply racism to why you're being held back.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's a whole bunch
not
of
saying
other
it ain't
reasons.
real. Not saying that racism isn't out there. Not saying that.
Right. There's so many other reasons. That's why.
Well, why you're not successful.
Right,
Yes,
man. Come on.
yes, I don't disagree.
I am lazy. You know, I don't do as much as the other person who is successful. There's a lot of other reasons. And a lot of times the stuff I would say before that, I couldn't articulate. And I can a little bit now, but I can feel these things. Like when I used to say, like, yo, I don't see that where white people are much more successful than black people. I really don't see that. I don't even see white on black crime like that, to be honest. Like, where do you see that's bullshit. Do you know that that police officers get into more rifts and have shootings with other nationalities and races than blacks? Almost 70% of the time more. But only the black ones are the ones that make it to social media and television.
Those are the only interesting ones.
Right. According to the narrative that wants to be portrayed, yes, that's what I'm trying to say. That's just weird,
Correct.
yo.
Correct.
I'm reading this shit. I'm like, oh man. But look, check it out. I'm reading it, but I always felt it. Like I always felt this. Check this one out. Blacks are more violent to whites than whites are to blacks. Think about it, bro.
Yes.
Think about it.
They have the nicer house and cars. that
We
we're
do
gonna
more
steal and
shit.
break into.
We do more shit fucked up to them than they do to us. Come on, man.
I'm not gonna say that.
Hey, look. Hey, look.
I'm not going with
Hey,
you.
look,
I'm
bro.
not going with
You don't have to say it.
I'm not going with you.
You don't have to say it. And this is the thing. This is what defends me. This is why I say what I want to say because I'm backing it up. You don't
I
have to say it.
It's. I would have to see it to be able to say it. Without definitively. Excuse me.
Bro, okay, put it that way. What do white people want from us? What are they trying to steal from us?
Well, everything that was trying to be stolen is stolen for the most part. It's just a matter of
What was stolen?
I'm just trying to keep you out. I'm just trying to keep you know because like you you want to fight outside the club, but you can't even get in. Like they're just trying to keep you out of the club.
Check
And
this out.
that's-
I get what you're saying, right? This book was illuminating to show like shed light on certain things in other countries where the dominant race is not the race that is doing the most productive financially. And the same thing goes here. You look at the white race. I can show you a bunch of Indians that own way more than whites. Matter of fact, I could show you more ownership from Jews and everything than I can from this whites. I don't see it like that. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. And poor whites do way worse than poor blacks.
Yeah, but I think the focus is on white people because those are who predominantly enslaved us black people. I think if we were predominantly enslaved and harshly treated by the Asians the way we were by instead of white people or Indians, then I think that would be the comparison or you know what I mean the oppressor. So since it's white people, they were the previous oppressor. So it is what it is.
Right. And I know I'm going to say something that sounds crazy, right? So technically, operating that way was illegal since like 1965.
Correct.
Like you can't just be racist like that. You can't operate like that. We are in 2024. And like I said, I'm only speaking for myself. Anything that I haven't gotten is because of my own laziness.
Correct. But we see time and time again of article and recordings and proof of people in high power that are talking negatively against blacks. And that's the problem because those people can affect people's lives. Might not be your life, might not be my life, but they have the power to affect
But the
someone
problem
else's
is that's only a small sample size. Just like I told you, 70% of those shootings and stuff happen with other different races. But the only ones that show up are the 20% that they want us to see. And like I said, it's just crazy. I've never went for it. I've never fell for it. I don't even believe like I haven't seen racism to myself to happen to me at all. And somebody can say I haven't seen it. And if it has, it's like I guess it didn't work. And I just knew it. And like everything I'm studying now, it's shedding light on all of the things I've always been feeling. Like wow. Like I didn't realize. But when you think about it, it makes sense. It makes sense, man. If police shootings happen more often with the white cop and another race than it does with a black race, and they don't put that on the news, I always thought that. Like even with the news, I hate the news can't come on in my house because I feel like I could find a story that they didn't put on the news that they probably could have put on the news.
Of course. I mean, we can find 10 people in our neighborhood right now who was nice enough to make the NBA who didn't make the NBA. What are you saying? It means nothing. Like, yeah, like it's a lot of things going on in the world that didn't make the news. And we know the news is now entertainment. It's no longer just stating facts. So that's a given. Like, so I mean, I think that's to be expected.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like black people have it a lot easier than they think. And they just don't realize it. Once I realized it a long time ago. That's why I speak to it and I never really I always listen to people and their what they feel is their shortcomings. And a lot of times when they talk, I see like, you know what? You're not even that good at X, Y, and Z. You haven't worked on this. You haven't improved that. Before you start talking about racism, which I think you should never talk about, you have so many other issues that are causing you to not be where you want to be. I don't know who hasn't told you this, but that's the reason why you're not there. It has nothing to do with racism at all. It's more the fact that you're just you're not on par with what, what's considered good. And nobody's ever told you.
Yeah, that is also two things can be true at the same time. That is also true. But racism can also hold some people back. That can also be true.
No, it can. Especially if it's in your head and you don't educate yourself, and you only educate yourself one way.
You're saying it's in your head like it's not real. It's not a
Yeah, it's not real. It's not real. I haven't had it happen to me. For me, it's not real. Right.
You've never starved to death, but that doesn't mean people aren't dying of starvation. So just because it hasn't happened in your immediate circle does not mean it's not happening in others.
So why should I worry about people that's starving?
You shouldn't. You should only worry about Ronald.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
So to my point, that's what I'm saying. I don't care. Like I understand what you're saying, but I don't care that you care that people are starving. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me.
No. But correct. But that's also like, yeah, like I'm not a big advocate.
Oh, this is good. I like this.
Whole BLM, Black Lives Matter movement, but
oh God.
No, hold on.
Why you
just because I'm trying to focus on me and I'm trying to live paycheck to paycheck and I'm trying to take care of my family. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I do need someone who's willing to fight that cause because it's a cause that need to be fought. You dig what I'm saying? And it's the same thing about like what you just listen.
I don't think it needs to be fought anymore.
I think
they're wasting their time.
It always needs to be fought. I think it always needs to be fought, bro. I think it all because, bro, if it happens to one person, that's one person too many, and that's why it needs to be fought. Because everyone needs to be treated equally, no matter.
Then why don't all the other races start fighting and when the police shoot them too?
Listen. I don't know. I can't speak for them.
It's all. Now I'm not going to say BS, but it's all.
But also those people, they probably did something. Those people aren't being disproportionately treated by law enforcement. Those people aren't perceived as threats, obviously, also to law enforcement. So a lot of those situations we find ourselves in, those other races aren't finding themselves in. Like, I don't think a lot of policemen are pulling over Japanese men and automatically feel defensive or intimidated.
Right,
they're pulling over a 6'4" black guy, bro. They're terrified.
Right, that's definitely been and I've seen that as far as them pulling over black individuals more than they pull over any other race. I see that, but I also see that more contraband is on white individuals than there are blacks. Because Correct. When you pull over a white person, you probably really got a reason for doing that. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where, like, man, all I'm saying is I understood from other people's point of view about the color thing and how it works and the black and white stuff. But like I said, I don't even see black and white crime that often. And then when it is putting in my face, it's like, damn, I got to see how much black and white crime happened that month, that year. Whereas, damn, why was this one so important than any of the other ones that happened? Any other crime that happened?
They all should be treated equally. They're all the same.
But not in the eyes of media. Only black and white is important. Black and white is important in the eyes of the media. Like when Tyreek Hill got put over and put on the ground, right? I'm pretty sure there's situations where there's a white person from a hillbilly white person or white person with a bunch of tattoos.
Was it recorded?
Look, check it out. Here I'm gonna say it. And it probably was recorded, but just like all of the videos that we put out, it ain't gonna go viral. It ain't gonna go viral. It was a good video. It was a good video, but people don't want to see it. They want to see black on white. They want to see sex. They want to see Angela Reese in booty shorts. That's what they want to see.
You're totally dismissing the oppressor and oppressee aspect of white and black. You're totally
yeah, that. Exactly.
And you can't dismiss that from.
There's not enough proof for me,
bro. Fuck. What do you mean? Slavery is enough proof of the disproportionate treatment of the two races
since 1965, bro. Since 1965,
you still have people in high positions getting caught and recorded talking about black people, calling them niggers.
What about the ones that are? Why are we not recording? We also recording a lot of them that aren't saying that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're talking about one-off situations or a couple of three-offs, but it happens more often than not. More often than not, people are not saying those things though. That's what I'm saying. I don't see an oppressor. I have never had an oppressor.
But yeah, okay.
My only oppressor was the mindset that individuals gave me. Until I had to just throw that shit away. That was the only oppressor was my mindset. I never had no oppressor.
I dig that. I dig that, King. I see where you're going.
Hey, bro, I'm not even
But
trying to be
everyone-
facetious or anything.
Everyone is not there, I guess, with that mindset, unfortunately. So, and we can't dismiss though the trauma that did to some, and that trauma can be passed down, and that we also have to acknowledge that
Mental
those
health
things
issues.
are real.
Mental health issues.
I don't want to say mental health issues. I don't think that's a mental health issue.
I do.
But I think those traumas can be passed down just the same way that parenting techniques can be passed down. You know, you learn from your mother, how your mother parent. So and then if maybe eventually you figure out, maybe my mother shouldn't have did that. Maybe that's not the best way to do it. And then you don't do it to your child. And then now your child doesn't have those things.
The same thing should be done for racism. Leave that shit alone.
Bro, you're not taking into account.
I am taking it into account
those
though.
grandmothers just gave that to their daughters, which just parented children that's here now. Like those people are still alive. Those people that was part of segregated homes, segregated schools are still alive. Those people are still here. So the fact that those people are still alive just shows you how close to we are than from. So just because you got to a place where you can dismiss it, I don't think it's fair for you to assume everyone else has to have that strength or that wherewithal to do it just as
I'm not assuming that. The ones that haven't done their research, and they only do the research one way. They only do the research one way that fits their story and their narrative that they've been taught by their ancestors, their grandmothers, all the people you're talking about. They only do the research one way. And that's why people are losing so much. They hate to hear contradictory point of views. They hate those things. And I love doing that for every little thing there is. What's the other point of view? Let's study that too. They don't do that. They only hear that way that you're talking about. No, I'm not coming one-sided. I'm looking at it from both points of view and saying that, bro. Yes, I am, bro. Not on, bro. How am I dismissing? One person is one way, and another person in another book is the exact opposite way. Both black men. I read them both. What are you talking about? I do the research, bro.
That doesn't make
it makes me somebody who did the research, though. That's what I'm trying to say. You said I don't know. What I'm saying is I've done the research both ways.
I said you're dismissing others because you have the strength too, and I don't think that's fair.
No, I think. Gee, now you're just putting like others don't have the strength. It's not even about strength. It's about look at the other point of view and show me how this doesn't make any sense, and then we can have the conversation.
Well, but the things that you're saying, you're dismissing because the things you're dismissing are happening today, and you're just saying, yeah, but those are one-offs. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't say, it's just a one-off. No, the fact that it's still happening proves my point.
It proves my point too. Look at that. You've been brainwashed, bro.
Hold on.
Yeah, you've been brainwashed.
So, hear me out. When people are caught, right, being racist, right, and those things you're saying are one-off. When people are treating someone differently because they're black, you're saying that's a one-off, right? That's what you're telling me.
What I'm saying is, at that same instance that the people are treating somebody wrong that's black, you got to show me all other instances where those same type of things could happen, whether it's black and white or black or whatever, during that day, and show me how many of them ended up like the video you're going to show me. And I would argue that most of them, all 90% of them, or overall majority of them were better interactions than what you're going to show me on the video.
I don't disagree.
And that's what I'm saying. We're not hearing that part of it. I understand what your part. I've heard that part of it my whole life.
That's assumed, at least for me.
Oh, nobody. Assumed. They don't know that. They don't know that.
I'm assuming most people aren't racist. Like that's the assumption I'm giving. I'm assuming most black people are treated fairly. That's what I'm assuming. But the instances where they aren't solely because of the color of their skin is a problem that shouldn't be a problem. That's all I'm saying.
It shouldn't be a problem for anyone is what I'm saying. And it happens to other races also. When it comes to the white cops, it happens to other races also. And at a more frequent clip.
So you're just saying white people can be racist. They're racist against everybody, not just black people.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying is get all the information and you'll see a different story.
Information?
The information.
What other information?
Information.
You're not saying what other information.
Information that says that the black on white crime that they're trying to portray out there that's happening all the time isn't happening as often as white and other racist crime that goes on as far as when it comes to police. They're only putting the black on white crime out there because it sells. It's like showing Angela Reese in her booty shorts. That's what they show.
What does that have to do with the whole racism concept? What does that have
What I'm saying is the racism that we think exists, like, where is it? Show me how it's oppressing you. Any person, just show me how it's oppressing you.
But bro, again, we had this. Just because it's not oppressing you doesn't mean it's not happening.
Well, I need the examples. Show me the examples. Bring up a TikTok. We do it next time. We bring up a TikTok and show me an example where somebody's saying, "Look, this is why I'm not getting this because of the white man." I'm like, my God, really? That's what your excuse is?
No. See, those people. No, we're not talking about those people. We're not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people in power who are bravely racist.
The world is way better now than it ever was.
I don't
for black
disagree.
people. For black people, for all people, is way better now than it ever was.
That doesn't mean it's at its best of where it could be. It's better than it was previously because we were in chains and they were eating us. So anything better than that is an improvement. But that doesn't mean it's completely removed and completely improved. Doesn't mean that everything is equal and fair. That's all.
And it's never going to be equal and fair. I'm not advocating. No, it shouldn't
be.
No, it shouldn't.
No. It should be fair based off just people. Everyone has the same ability. Everyone has the same potential, whether you maximize it or not. That's what I'm saying. But it shouldn't be a difference in treating based because you're from a different country, you're from a different color. Those things shouldn't be part of the equation on any factor of anyone's success. Their success should solely be based off the output they put out.
Not right. Hold on.
Oh, it's 8:00, bro. I gotta get out of here.
Last segment, you said output they put out. You said output they put out.
Yeah, go.
No, you were saying output they put out.
Yeah.
Solely based on output they put out.
Success should be solely based on the output they put out as a person.
I think
what I'm saying.
I think more often than not it is. That's what I'm saying. I've done studies. I think more often than not it is. Racism is not holding people back. It's the fact that it's the fact that it could be so many other disparities. It's not just race. So many other disparities.
Racism is what's holding people back. I'm just saying it negatively affects people's lives. I'm not saying this guy isn't successful because the white man is not letting him prosper. The white man didn't let him get a good job. The white man didn't let him get a good education. I didn't say that. What I said was it can negatively affect some people's lives. And the fact that it could is a problem. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Tyrone isn't successful because he's black. No, Tyrone shot 7 people. He was selling dope.
And he might not have the education needed to prosper. And that's where I find a lot of the times when it goes to the sagging and things of that nature we were talking about, I find that the education of a lot of individuals is not that high.
But see, it's funny.
Not even like it needs to be high.
A lot of that ties back though, because a lot of that ties into the school you're in, based off the zip code you're in, based off the income of your parents, based off how their springboard was started, as how they were taught. Like a lot of that has to do with color, like that. You know what I mean? A lot of that has to do with redlining. A lot of those things played into, like, it's not a coincidence you look at some areas and it's like all Spanish or all Dominican or all like Portuguese. Like those people are pushed into a certain area for a lot of those ethnicities, and you got to fight your way out of that. And usually the way you fight your way out of that is gaining more income. And for some others,
and how do you do that? Usually do that with via education. Like I said, you just got to educate yourself. That's the biggest. That's the biggest thing. What I was trying to get to is this. It's about educated people. I like being around educated people, and a lot of times people don't want to educate themselves on both ways. There's so many people right now that think one way.
That's a fair point.
They think one way, and you can't even get them to look at the other point. I don't even want to be bothered.
That way though, bro. Like that's
but I don't want to be bothered. That's so corny. You just want to think one way your whole life. You don't want to consider something else. I'm like, come on.
People pick. Do you see people picking different religions? Most people pick one religion and rock with it.
I don't even get into the religion.
You're asking a lot. You're asking a lot, bro. Just because you're asking a lot of people, and I think it's a slow crawl versus a fast sprint for a lot of those thoughts. And a lot of those things you're asking the people, bro.
I feel you, man. It's dope conversation, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Yo, you're going to hell, bro. Facts.
Hey, I don't believe in so. Hey, you think I'm scared of that? Oh.